Hey guys, welcome to the Everything Tech channel. Today we have the Nikon D3200. We're going to be doing an unboxing. Now, I know the D3300 came out, but that's no reason to overlook this camera, as it is almost exactly the same as the D3300, just with some slight minor changes. Now, you might have seen that the channel went through a complete overhaul with a new logo, new name and everything. I hope you guys like that. It has been a change because we are focusing more on technology related things than other random stuff. Now let's get into this unboxing, shall we? Taking a look at the box, it's all black. Let me move it here so you guys don't get any glare. Here we have D3200, and it does come with the 18 to 55mm vibration reduction kit lens. For those of you who know about lenses, this is an APS-C DX Nikkor 1855mm f3.5 to 5.6 vibration reduction. Now looking at the front of the box, or the side of the box, we just see a profile picture of the camera and the kit lens, gold, that traditional gold you see in all the Nikon boxes. D3200, same everything. It even tells you the color. If you do get it in other color, I believe it comes in red, it would say red here. The other side, gold, name, everything the same kit lens, same camera. It does tell you that the lens is vibration reduction. This is basically a flipped version of what we saw on the other side. Here we see the viewfinder and the lens, the back side of the camera. Same D3200 1855. Here I'm blocking out some of the important stuff like the barcodes and the serial numbers, but you could take a look at the things that it tells you here. It tells you what's included in the package. Taking a look at the bottom of the box, it just says D3200 and description of the actual product inside, including the final color notice. On the bottom here we see just some recycling disclaimers for those who want to recycle the box. Let's get a look inside the box. Alright, removing this little flap here, and we open it, we are presented with a warranty. Mine came with 2 warranties for the 1855mm. I don't know if they made a mistake with this or it's just standard. Warranty for the camera, both of these are 5 years extended warranty. And it does come with booklets, 2 booklets. It comes in English and Spanish. In the packet, that same packet, it gives you an invitation to the Nikon school. A little paper here. This product conforms to the regulations governing radio frequency devices in the country in which it was purchased. Consult a Nikon authorized service representative before using it in other jurisdiction. Basically disclaimer. And the final things you find inside this little plastic packet are the View NX2 software CDs. One of them's for Windows and Mac, and the other one is the reference manual. Exactly the same thing as this, just it comes in a CD and it's easier to access. We dig through the box even more and we find ourselves with 3 little compartments: camera, accessories, and lens. Let's take a look at the lens. Pulling it out of its cardboard packaging here, we can pull it out. Try to repackage this as best I could, but essentially this is how it comes in. All you have to do is just, once you're ready, remove this plastic here, and then that's there. It is in manual mode right now, so I'll put it in automatic. It doesn't move. This is the 18 to 55mm f3.5 to 5.6, meaning 3.5 at 18mm, 5.6 at 55mm. It's a really good starter lens if you just want to take everyday pictures. Putting that lens aside, here's the accessory kit. Opening this up, I did use this. I try to find the little clip that holds it together, but these are the optical cables and it is proprietary. Another thing we find in here is the camera strap. Final thing in the box is something very, very important: the battery. The battery comes with a little plastic protector. Upon taking that off, we are exposed with the contacts. I'm going to put this back on until we're ready to put it on the camera. Put it back in there, and finally, the moment of truth: camera. It does come in a plastic bubbly wrap, so you know it's going to come in secure. Take that bubbly wrap off. Here we have the traditional plastic wrapping. Take that right out of there. Now your camera is going to come with a little hot shoe protector. I took that off because it annoyed me, but that's what it looks like, and don't be afraid. Here we have the camera, lens, and the battery. One more thing I wanted to add is the SD card. Here it is, that I'll be inserting into the camera so I can save my pictures. Without an SD card, you cannot save your pictures. To put your SD card inside the camera, all you do is just push back this flap and let it go. It's 100% automatic. It opens by itself. So to put an SD card in, make sure that the sticker is facing towards you. Pop that in there. And once you hear a click and it's in there, you're good. Just hold down the flap and push it back in and you're all set. Now for the battery, all you have to do is just with your nail push that little button down and you open it. Here we have the battery. Here's the battery, and it just goes in just like that with the Nikon logo facing outward. You just get through that little yellow button there, pop it in there, here click, and you're good. To put on the lens, it's relatively easy. All you do is just spin this and it comes right off. To put the lens on the camera, here we find ourselves with a little white dot, just like in elementary school. Connect the dots. This dot has to connect with that white dot there. Once they're connected, turn it so that the Nikon logo is right underneath that. Once you hear a click, you're all set, and there's your camera with an SD card, battery, and lens installed. The Nikon D3200, a 24.2 megapixel APS-C sensor camera. What does APS-C mean? Well, it means that the sensor is much bigger than that in a smartphone. A bigger sensor means that it can capture more image data, therefore giving you better results. This camera is meant for the entry-level photographer who wants to learn the arts of photography. It offers many manual modes including full manual, aperture priority, shutter priority, and program auto. For those of you getting into photography, there is a guide mode which will help you through knowing your camera, which is important when taking pictures. If you're just looking for a camera with great quality images for everyday photography, there are auto modes with different auto modes to fit your needs. This APS-C censored camera also offers video at 1080p 30 frames per second, 720p at 60 frames per second with other lower resolutions available. You can shoot PAL or NTSC depending on your region. Being that it is a DSLR, the ISO ranges from 100 to 128,000 or high 1, and the shutter speed ranges from 30 seconds to 1/4000th of a second. With that being said, this camera will be difficult to outgrow, considering the fact that the interchangeable lenses means that you can buy more lenses for your camera based on your needs, meaning you will never outgrow your camera. That's it for today on my review of the Nikon D3200. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content coming soon. Thank you for watching.